Alright, we're here for the first match, and we have not spectacular hand. I think this is just above mulligan range, but it's not very good. We want to do broken stuff on turn 1 or 2, not play a turn 3 Monastery Mentor that maybe gives us a token. That's not really what we're up for. We could also do it the hard way and play a Phyrexian Revoker on turn 2 if we want to. Depends on what we get to see. Well, nothing spectacular yet, so Boros Signet and good luck. Could be Force Spike, that would be pretty bad, not because we need a mana that badly, but because we need white specifically. Island could mean anything. There is not that much that I'm afraid of, really. I mean, a counterspell is always a counterspell. We drew Dreaded, that's pretty good. So, if he has a counterspell, I'd rather him use it sooner rather than later. So, I'm just gonna give him the ready and not worry about it. So I expect this to be countered. Yeah, my mana drain is not. It's not good for us, let's just say that. Yeah, I don't think we should play the Mentor instead though. 4 or 3 mana is pretty borderline. Yes, yeah, that's good. Well, the good thing is that he probably won't have. Okay, he might have counterspells up anyway, but it's fine. It's fine. We can revoke his Jace, and if we draw land, we can play Monastery Mentor as well. We could also potentially go for Bribery, Frantic Search, Mana Drain, Jace. I guess it's more of a controller deck. There we have a Reanimate, but no reanimation target. That gives us incentive to think that he will have a juicy target for us, but we will see. Dimir Signet and plus Jace. That's awkward. Why do plus Jace? Alright, we drew the land. I still think it's better to split it up and go for Revoker, Monastery Mentor. And I'm actually starting off with the Mentor, which is pretty awkward, but I think since he plus Jace, I'd rather Revoker resolving, so I baited with the Monastery Mentor and it resolved, so he obviously doesn't have a counterspell that he can use. Otherwise one of our 2 things would have been countered. So hopefully it doesn't have like, I don't know, Land Mox Frost Titan or something, but I think we can beat that. A Sweeper would be bad, but yeah. Tinker could be pretty bad too. Blightsteel. Well, we have a turn, so it's fine. We have good draws. Like Dak Faden, for example. Yeah, Dak Faden would definitely qualify as a good card. Holy smokes, that's a good draw. Not only does it trigger Monastery Mentor, he steals Blightsteel clauses. And I'm just gonna ignore Jace. Because if he has anything at all that could deal with Blightsteel, I have him on a very short clock and Jace doesn't matter. And if he doesn't have anything that deals with Blightsteel, well then he's going to lose anyway. I just think Jace is highly overrated at this point. So let's see what you got. Has to be pretty good. We still have Dak Faden as well, and Bribery ready to go. So, despite the turn 2 mana drain, it looks like we might have a chance here. Okay, Prism into Scoop. Alright. So, a Tinker deck. I don't think we have that much to board in besides maybe the Ancient Grudge. And I think the Firebolt is completely dead. I just assume that he has like 0 creatures. That's my guess. So I think Ancient Grudge would be a straight upgrade. It can't kill Blightsteel, but it can kill the Signets and stuff. So I'm thinking about the memory jar, that it could be good, but probably not. We could also bring in disenchant, but nah, I don't think so. Torchfin is a bit too slow, I think. Too little value. We could at least gift for Ancient Grudge and use it with the Mox. Here I think it's borderline keepable again. But since we know that he is playing Tinker, and we'll have like a turn 2 or turn 3 Tinker, pretty guaranteed, this is just too slow. We need better. This hand has the potential. If we draw like a Signet or another Mox, Mox would be the best, obviously. This is a turn 1 Lodestone into turn 2 Gifts or something. And it starts with a Swamp. Interesting. We drew Empty. That doesn't change anything, so I'm just gonna play Battlefield Forge. It's a good card to pitch to Mox, if nothing else. So open with Swamp this turn. Double Swamp. That can't be good for my opponent. And we're still not able to play the Lodestone, as it turns out, since we have drawn land empty the Warrens. Not really what we wanted. We wanted any mana rock. Any cheap artifact at all would have been good. But that's not the case, and we will have to settle for a turn 3 Lodestone, it seems. I think that would be pretty good. And after that, Tolarian Academy will power out our Tesseract, and from there we should be good to go. At least I hope so. Okay, triple Swamp is not where you want to be, probably. We could also go for 4 Goblins here and pitch the gifts, but that seems like a mistake. Lodestone is a faster clock. Although with 3 swamps it's pretty likely that he will bite the dust. But there is few targeted removal spells, and some of them can't kill artifacts, so we will see what happens here. It's pretty awkward to play like 3 islands turn 1 or game 1 and 3 swamps turn 2 or game 2, but yeah, we will see. So Chromox happens. And we pitched Empty the Warrens. Here we go, Lodestone. No Force of Will, no spot removal. Alright, do you have like an Edict or a Sweeper? You suspended a Lotus Bloom, right? That's probably the draw for the turn then. Probably mulligan to 6 and kept a hand without blue, that's it. So Tolarian Academy actually makes us able to play Tesseract, which is pretty sweet. And there is so many things we can do with Tesseract here. We can untap and go for I mean bigger stuff next turn. But I think the best we can do is minus for 0 and get a Mox of some kind. We could get a Signet, which is basically the same, but that ticks Tesseract down for no reason. So I think Mox Emerald is just universally the best card we can grab here. We could grab Mana Crypt to get more mana, but that puts a clock on us, and that seems like a mistake. If he can like kill Lodestone and then somehow kill Tesseract, we will be in trouble instead. So. Triple black Coalition Relic. Alright, so he has blue mana now. And I don't think there is any way I can win this turn, especially not with the mountain. But even with a Tinker, we have the kill next turn. We can minus 5 on the Tesseract and kill him with the Mox and with the Moxes. It doesn't matter what he blocks then. And we could play gifts now. But I'd rather hold gifts as long as possible, so that when I do decide to use it, I know exactly what cards to get, and that's more. I mean, he has to do something. He has 1 turn, so if he plays like a Tinker, I can go get a Dak Faden or something that he won't give us, and then I can choose what cards I want. So he will be able to add a blue mana here, I'm pretty sure of that. If he can kill Tesseract and play Tinker, then we might have a problem. We will see what the blue mana will get. I can't imagine anything other than Tinker. I mean, I can't see what 6 you would keep that is good enough without blue, that doesn't have Tinker in it. I guess it was a pretty greedy keep. No blue and no artifact. So let's see here. Not tapping the relic. Maybe it's not Tinker? Show and tell. Well, I think the best we can do is use gifts here and try to... I mean, one of the cards I'm gonna get is Monastery Mentor, because we will get that and put it into play with Show and Tell. Then we get to untap with it on tokens, and that's pretty good. Overall, we don't have anything that we have to play around, really. But, I mean, since we have Lodestone and he doesn't have any more mana, but if he has, like, a 1 mana removal spell plus a land, it's good to have a backup creature. So, the 2 cards I'm gonna get that I know I won't get to take to my hand is Dak Faden and Mindslaver. And then I can get Mystical Tutor and Monastery Mentor. And that way I can put Monastery Mentor into play and then use Mystical Tutor end of turn to get something like either Time Twister or Preordain to pump up the tokens. And then we will have 4 lethal squads attacking. So that will play around a potential removal spell. So I think that's the best I can do. So I know I won't get these 2, and I will get Mystical Tutor and Monastery Mentor. And if it doesn't give me the 2 cards I think I will, I mean Mindslaver will just wreck him. Absolutely destroy him. I'm pretty sure of that. I can like suicide in whatever he has into my Tesseract and then swing back for guaranteed lethal. Yeah, Mindslaver goes, pretty obvious. And Dagfid, yeah. So that probably means he has Blightsteel Colossus to put into play. But I just can't see how I would lose this game. Of course, if it has something else like a Worm Coil, that might change things a bit. I will put Monastery Mentor into play, and you have Blightsteel. Yeah, okay. Then I don't think we need to be afraid of anything. And you don't even have a land? What could you potentially have then? I just can't think of anything really, but I might as well go through the motions here and make sure I attack with a lethal squad. I guess you could have like Spirit Guide removal or something like that. Or Spirit Guide Angel's Grace, that would be something. But there's nothing we can do to play around that, I think. No, not really. I guess to play around that specifically, we could get... No, we don't have it anymore. We could have gotten our Firebolt. But we boarded it out. That's too bad. I guess it's Sorcerer Speed. Yeah, never mind. So Time Twister or Preordain. We could also get Gitaxian Pro, but I guess we could get Ancient Grudge as well. But Time Twister is kind of expensive here, and that could give him outs. So I'm gonna go for Preordain that doesn't mess with his hand. So we will draw Preordain. We will have the Monastery Mentor squad as a 5 and 3 5-power artifacts. That gives us 4 lethal attackers. 1 gets blocked. Gives us 3 lethal attackers that's coming through. And that should be enough. Let's see if we find anything else. cheap artifact would be good, I guess. Workshop is not really what we want anymore. Trinket Mage, on the other hand, does... What it does is, it gives us more power to punch with, and it also gives us another blocker, or rather... Yeah, it gives us another big blocker that can block Blightsteel Colossus, so we will survive. So we will have 2 monks and 1 Trinket Mage, and that should be enough. So now we have covered our attacks and we have covered our defense. I really hope this will work out. Triggers resolving, minusing Tesseract. As soon as Mana Crypt comes into play, there we go. Bye bye Tesseract, you have done well. And there is very few cards in Magic that will get you out of this. You have to do a lot of work. Kill 3 guys to be exact. And... okay, we won. Right, thanks for watching. I'll bring you the next game as soon as possible.